Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day number 8 on the Howler from the game Echoes of Elysium. We completed one of the arms yesterday and half of the other one. So I was kind of looking at what we got going here, and I was thinking that perhaps we should start working on the base right now, where we build the structure of the base, so that way we have these two elements we can bounce back and forth with, so we don't have to kind of halt progress while we're waiting for things to bake. So I was just looking at different we're doing like some sort of an explosion effect for the base, and I'm just looking at different types of reference for that, which is not actually easy to find reference on. So let's see. Hello, PB. Just give me a second. Let me browse a little bit more, and then we're going to get started. We'll set to work with what we have. Okay, so first step is we need to build the armature for the base. Wanted to grab our sketch here so we can have a piece of reference in front of us. Let me go back to the reference I've gathered. Twist up some armature wire. I swear I had more. One more. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ah. That's it. 16 gauge. Okay. They have more. Good. Okay, so now these are going to be kind of like these explosion pillars, call them. We need to drill into this steel stick here so we can, you know, put these all in place, and then we're going to do another round of steel stick. 17 to go. We got this. Yeah, I mean, this will probably get us a few, and then we'll have to make more. Let's see. We need we need a drill bit properly sized here. That should probably do the trick. see. Let's cut this into a few pieces. Gonna give myself more than what I think I need, so I can cut it to the actual size later.
Let it be known throughout the land, new champions have been welcomed by our honored recruiting hand.
Hey, Greg. Well, good morning to you too, my friend. Hey, thank you so much for the 10. Oh, holy. 10 gifted subs. You get a wisdom for that, my friend. How's the homework been going there, Mr. Greg? Still have yet to do mine. Maybe this evening. We'll see. All done. Okay, alright. Cool. I'm excited to see what you've done. Yeah, me too. Feels good to get the ball rolling on the later stages of the piece. Peter gaming it up. That's alright, Peter. You're here now. Yeah, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. It's no cnotbusch. It's a Greg. It's a Greg begin. The 9. That's how you say that? The deepest roots dig into the harshest soil and flourish into the strongest trees. The deepest roots dig into the harshest soil and flourish into the strongest trees. Very good. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people don't know this, but like, you ever notice how weeds like to grow on like compacted, hard soil that other things don't like to grow, or what we call weeds? They're actually doing a job of loosening the soil and even making it good again. That's kind of one of their purposes. So for example, a dandelion sends a big fat taproot down, like drilling one hole. Each dandelion drilling one hole, bringing all the nutrients up to the top, and then dying and leaving it at the top. It's just doing that over and over again, season after season. And essentially, it's like slowly revitalizing the land. So what was once harsh, compacted soil is now nice, fertile ground. Isn't that pretty amazing? Plants are literally, if you imagine a plant is like a mining machine. It drills down, it mines stuff, brings it back up to the top, and then deposits it. Spare a coin for an old beggar. Hey, let's clean this number up.
Let's clean this number up.
All right. Hey, thanks, silly. Thanks for keeping things tidy around here. You want to do the workshop next? All right, get to work. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for the support there this morning, Greg and Silly Cubes. Appreciate it. Thank you very kindly. Found it. Alright, somebody messed that number up so we can get Silly back on it. Okay, let's open up this new pack of wire. And we're probably gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 of these. And these will be the kind of explosion. Explosions are basically, you have these lines shooting out from the source of the explosion. Then you have like a section of like cloud in the middle, and then these are like these cloud pillars shooting out. So fresh batch of wire here. Oh, so we just need to build this the structure for this, and then we are good. Then we can switch back. Technically, we can switch back to the character, because once we have the structure for this built, we can have something to switch to when the character is being baked. I just have to make a stand for the character that's not the stand. Well, excuse me. Can I type today? One of those days, huh? Are these regular clay? I use a special kind of clay called cos clay. It's a type of polymer clay. This one, the sketch is made out of a oil-based clay called Chavant. But my finished work is done in cos clay. Okay. Let's not poke anybody's eye. Hey, what's up? Hey, sorry about your face. How you doing? You guys believe it's already Wednesday? What the heck's going on here? How's the new car working out? It's running like it's brand new, man. I'm telling you, we really scored on that one. Not a single hiccup. Running smooth. So working out great. It's a testament to really taking the time to like find something, even though, you know, I hate doing stuff like that, car shopping or anything like that. But really taking the time, getting your hands dirty with research, and, you know, not rushing into anything because you feel like you have to, you know. Because there was a lot of other options I'm sure would have not been treating us as well that we found. I fear the day my car starts to decline. Have no fear, there's always something on the horizon. You don't want another car payment? Yeah, well, you don't have to get something that you can't, you know, and maybe start, and this is something I want to start doing as soon as I can too, is just putting some extra coin aside for the day you need to get something new. New-ish, I mean, mine's not new by any means, that's for sure. But I ended up paying $6 grand for that one. 5 of which was so generously provided by you guys. So I'd still be car bound, or, you know, be biking around or doing what I had to do while I saved up if I didn't have your guys' help. I feel like all the money I put aside goes to doctors or something kid related. Yeah, I get the, trust me, I get the struggle, totally. I have a very hard time putting money aside for anything. But we can just keep trying, you know what I mean? Eventually something's gotta give. Hello, Looper. Yeah, I'm very personally hesitant to getting any sort of loans for anything, so. It usually means you can't have a lot of things you want to have, but yeah, I don't know. The whole loan system. Loan money and payback, you know, double what you borrowed to begin with. I don't know. I hate that system. But some of us must do what we must. First I hear that CNET is spending my money, now I hear he's saving it for future spending. Yeah, no. Okay. I wonder if that will get us what we need here. Yeah. Well, I mean, the one I ended up buying had over 200,000 miles on it. Just over 200,000 for $6 grand. So it's definitely it's a rough road with the used car market, that's for sure. I definitely agree with that. That a house is good debt because, you know, you're gonna have to pay rent anyways, and at least you're paying towards something. I get that for sure. Okay. We have enough. See, I've taken such an unconventional approach at life that that combined with my fact that I never borrowed anything, no credit, no bank in their right mind would give me a loan for a home. That's why I rent. Like, who's this scruffy vagabond guy? Get him out of here. Sculptor? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is yeah, it's great, Looper. Sometimes you gotta break out of this like normal way of thinking that we have. You know, so we get settled into these normal things where we think we need to have. It's not always the case. Like, I've been without a vehicle, so I know you can make it work without a vehicle. Without a home even, you know, there's always a way to figure things out. This might not be the conventional norm. Okay. So I'm wondering how we are gonna do this. I'm wondering if maybe we like tether these to this middle post and then we bend them out and then just kind of pack it with steel stick. Or if we drill holes. I just don't know if there's enough material here to drill enough holes. Probably not. Okay, let's take this. Take one of these here. Wrap it around. Oop, and wrap it around again. Like Christmas. Quite an interesting design I got going on here. Okay, let's keep adding them. I see. Yeah, you know, I kind of got away from doing things that you do just because it's something that you've done. You know, it's like, why were you doing this and that? Because it's something we've always done. Like, well, I don't like that. I'm gonna stop doing this. The crazy thing is how quickly you become the oddball when you start thinking that way. But why? Why do you do that? Because your grandfather did that, and your grandfather's grandfather did that. So we do that. Well, I'm out. Good morning, Merrick. Good morning, Colleen. Hiln. Hello, Hiln. And we have a few small ones kind of coming out towards, a little bit more towards the base. Let's just work with these ones here. Yeah. Well, then you have a choice, right? Do you fall in line or do you continue to be a free thinker? I made my choice. It's a delicate balance. But I definitely draw some hard lines. Oh. Surprisingly enough, you know, if you make a decision that goes against the grain, a lot of people in your life will, you know, if you draw the line in the sand, you know, they'll be okay with it. It's like they can sense when you're not 100% with something, and that's when they try to like plead their case, try to convert you, you know. Oh yeah, Merrick. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't that. I imagine there's got to be something like that somewhere. with AI and everything. Like some sort of a... Then there'll be that one time where like your stuff glitches out, Merrick, and then they can see your true outfit and background. Oh, for sure, PB. Me and Ina's wedding cost $15 to go down to the courtroom and sign a paper in front of a judge. $15, woo! Neither of us had any interest in the big babushka celebration. Not that there's wrong with anybody doing that, if that's what they want. But that's just what we wanted. That's when I'd accidentally dropped the call. Weird, my computer glitched out and made me look like I was dressed in pajamas and sitting on my couch. Crazy, man. Technology's crazy these days, right? Am I right? Those crazy computers. Oh yeah, 10,000 is cheap for a wedding. It's considered like yeah, a reasonable. That's considered like a small wedding, isn't it? Okay, so we need to use super glue and activator spray to get these positioned how we want them to be. $400 if you want to get officially married? That's nuts, man. Sorry, you can't get married, you're too poor. The crown has spoken. That doesn't surprise me. Fine Howler caltrop, yes. Okay, we're just gonna start kind of pinning these in place. Oh, after we unclog this. Okay. Tack welding. Yours was $50. Yeah, mine cost 15. 1.5. It was a good day, it really was. It's really what it's about, though. You know, at the end of the day, it's a promise between you and your significant other that you'll be together, you'll take care of each other through hard times and good times, you know. The commitment, that's what it's about. Oh, how we've lost sight of what it's really about. Not all of us. Just most of us. Silly humans. Yeah, I totally agree with that, PB. So much better, right? I take this dirty cloth and wrap it around your hand, and now we are married. Huzzah! Let's see. How do I have this? Okay, we want less. We don't want any big ones going on here. So let's move this back here. See if these, right? Ah, man. You know, this game, Echoes of Elysium, I feel like it has the potential to give that uniqueness that Sea of Thieves came out of the gate with. I'm excited. Fly around in an airship. With the base building aspect. Okay, so now we take... Now we're going to drill a few holes along this lower ridge. And there'll be some smaller ones kind of coming out here. Then we'll take steel stick and kind of really lock this area in. And then we can bend these and cut them to their final kind of size. That's the game plan. Okay, so let's take the drill. Get to drilling. Okay. Sculpt a wedding ring. What material are you gonna use? Of course. Okay, so now we need to really figure out some stuff out here. Hello, Moxie. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do the steel stick step first. So, because right now it's just like tacked in place with super glue. So it's not like super strong that we can start bending on it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use our trusty friend steel stick and essentially pack steel stick around all these spikes. And that will give it the true structure. So then we can start bending and cutting and really get the frame where it needs to be. And even start bulking with aluminum foil. And then, yeah. Then I think we'll be ready for base construction. Oh yeah, there was a huge wolf spider in the bathroom the other day, just hanging out on the shower curtain right after I started the shower. I rescued him and let him go outside, but it was pretty big. It was about the size of like a quarter. It was a big one. Okay, let's just cut chunk here. Steel stick. Just want to borrow my loofah. Yeah. He was big. That was a big one. Okay, this is a 5-minute steel reinforced epoxy putty. Which means as soon as I start mixing it, we got about 5 minutes. So I have to mix it, make sure it's thoroughly mixed, so once we see the colors all blended together, then we're good. Let's see by the dirtiness on my glove, this is why you want to wear gloves, because this goes on your fingers if you don't. Who doesn't want steel stick for skin, right? It's like armor. Okay, now I'm just gonna put it around these larger ones here. No, I actually don't, because I don't consciously pay attention anymore to the camera being in frame. I think I've just done it so long that it's like, it's totally a like if I adjust the camera or whatever, it's a total subconscious. Even the changing of the scenes like I just did there a second ago, it's like not like a conscious thought. It's just a passive, like an auto executable automatic thing. So no. I just assume everything's always in frame because the systems are in place to always be in frame. So. Spiders are cool when they stay outside. I mean, nobody likes bugs inside, so I agree with that. That's why I bring them outside when I find them. Unless they're like little ones, you know, that are just hanging out in some corner somewhere. Inside bugs like bugs inside. Well, you know, I bring in a lot of like I know why spiders find it be a comfortable home here, because you know, I bring in a lot of garden produce, and I have things from out in the garden that are drying. So naturally, there's like little, you know, little insects that wash up on these strange shores just to find themselves stuck in a killing box of spiders. Welcome to the island, kid. Where's the sun? What is this strange place? Oh no, I'm stuck in a web. Help! There's a whole terrorizing plot to a movie. The day in the life of a garden insect. All of a sudden his home gets picked up and brought inside. Big fat nope. Insect Narnia. Yeah, exactly. A bug's life combined with like a Wizard of Oz bug life version. The little insect is just having tea at his morning, sitting at his kitchen table drinking tea for the beginning of the day, and all of a sudden some strange force shadows that covers the sun, and then before you know it, his whole home is being ripped up and tossed into the air, and then he crash lands into the strange world. Like this stuff right here. Little broomcorn bug in there. Let's take that whole idea and plot and like just make a human version of it. A huge giant comes lumbering through and scoops up somebody's house and brings it to his house. Okay. We need to do one more round of steel stick here. Hey, what's up, Brock? How you doing? How you doing? Glove on. I've been meaning to get just like a really thick rubber glove that I will reuse just for mixing steel stick. Because there's no, I mean, it's just for the mixing part, so it doesn't need to be like form-fitted like these gloves are. So far, so good. Maybe a piece about this big should be good. So far, so good, my friend. We're building the base to the sculpture here. It's just kind of like an explosion, if you will. The character kind of flying out of the explosion. Wanted to get this part started so that way we can, because the character and the base are two separate entities, so we can start the base and then that way we can go back and forth between the base and the character. Action scene, that's right. Without needing to stop working. So we can get the progress going here, so. Because ideally after this week's done, we have one more week for Echoes of Elysium, and then that's it. So I want to be done or close to done by the end of that. So that's the mission. Which, if you guys haven't already, this creature, go check out the game that this creature's from, ! Echo. And check out the Steam page, add it to your wish list. It's gonna be like a mix between Valheim and Sea of Thieves, with airships and clockwork creatures. Airship bases, I should say. That's the really cool part. I like a game with airships, but airship bases, I've never played a game with airship bases, which is awesome. So, same kind of like base building features that other games like it have, but your base can come with you on your travels. be honest, that was always my problem with Valheim, is I got to the point in the game where I just didn't have enough time to do anything because it took so much time to get to where you're exploring that it would, you know, to get ready, get your base ready, get your supplies ready, to sail to your location, to do your adventure, and then to come back was like a 5-hour round trip, you know? Which I just couldn't do. So this way I could just go into my base and log off, you know? Park it, take out the travel time. Definitely excited to get into that game once it comes out. Interesting, Shelly. Well, that's like kind of putting a band-aid on the problem, isn't it? You gotta try and figure out what the problem is, what the source. Especially if it's not even that good of a band-aid, doesn't fix the problem. Just makes the symptoms less. Lupus. Okay. Not too familiar with it. There's no real fix for it, so you get band-aids. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. We do what we must. Clayton asked a question. Wednesday homework reminder, how far are we taking the underbelly back? To the where the tail starts. You don't need to go in. You can go into the tail a little bit, just with maybe some basic texture that you may or may not cover. Or you can just not go into it at all. So yeah, I need to do my homework too. I got 2 homeworks to do this week. Our class homework, and then me and Greg, I have a one-on-one student project homework that I need to do. Okay, so these ones should be hardened here. So let's figure out let's get our character in place here. I almost want to make like gears and random little objects like in the explosion, like it was like the lower chunk of him. Okay, this one Go like this and we'll cut it off right here. This one probably right about there. These ones will be longer because it's like the where the impact came from, like up in the ship. This one a little bit shorter. Alright. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Maybe this down a little bit. Got this. Okay, so now let me go grab some foil and coffee, and we're going to bulk out the explosion part and get the kind of cone shape of the explosion I'll show you guys kind of what we're doing here. This is the most simplified breakdown I can see. See, anytime you're sculpting and then you want to break it down into simple shapes, like this right here. That's the basic idea, essentially. So we're using these as almost like notes, and obviously we're creating our own sort of explosion, but gives you an idea. Okay. I will be right back. Get to work, Nate. Build your alchemist workshop. Okay, so now we're going to use the foil to bulk out the explosion. Here we go. Okay. Joe, I'm doing good. In perfect mental health over here. Not a single bit of crazy in my head. Totally sane. Move along. Move along. Today we are sculpting the Howler from the game Echoes of Elysium. It's an up-and-coming game that is like Valheim meets Sea of Thieves is the best way to describe it. There's airships and clockwork adversaries that you fight, and the airship itself is your base that you can build and design and customize. So check out the game !Echo gives you a link to the Steam page. Those are the type of games you're into. Yeah, this is one of the creatures from it called the Howler. So in the game, at least in the preview of the game, it shows where there's like airships, somebody's airship shooting down onto the ground and destroying things and gathering things. So my concept for this piece was to do kind of like the project itself was for a half character, or just the front arms, no a bust essentially. So I thought of doing like where we make the base look like an explosion, so that way I always like doing busts, and if I can get away with it where it doesn't look like it's a bust, it's just like we almost hide the fact that it's a bust by blending it in somehow. Doesn't always work, but in this case we had a perfect opportunity here, just by sculpting a nice little explosion here. The cnotbusch logo will go right there. Okay. Okay, now let's see here. Maybe a little bit around the base of these bigger ones. Maybe, yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Oh, really, Joe? What were you making? You know, something that pairs well with super glue that most people don't know is what's called a super glue accelerator spray. Yeah, trust me, you'll have way less super glue on your fingertips if you use this stuff. Essentially what this does is it's a spray that instantly cures any super glue. So you do your gluing, you know, you get things in place and you can literally just hit it with this spray and it'll lock it in, and if there's any residual super glue lingering around, it'll lock that in too. So, because that's usually what happens is you get super glue on your fingers when you're like holding the pieces together waiting for it to stick, or you know, residual glue just kind of gets on you from all around the area you glued. So I would check that out if I was you. In the Amazon cart now, yeah. Yeah, I used super glue for the longest time without knowing about this stuff, and then I learned about it. It was from Paul Pape's stream. I was like, what is that spray you're using? And you can literally like tack weld things like this, yeah. It makes the usefulness of super glue even that much more useful, so. Okay. A little bit more foil here and then we should be good. Yeah. Super glue with paper. It would work with the spray, but yeah, there's certain things super glue does not like to really stick to, or doesn't really like to go off with. Another one is wood, but I'll explain why here in a second, why that is. So essentially, things that tend to be more, that lack a natural level of moisture tend to be harder to glue. So if it's not fibrous in any way, or, I mean, paper is, but that's why glue sets so quickly on your fingers, as opposed, like, you'll be gluing like a piece of paper together and the glue sets on your fingers faster than it glues the papers. And it's because It's the moisture that's in your fingers that makes the super glue actually go off faster. So definitely interesting. No, that one is just a sketch there, Space Howler. This is the final version. So wait, this is how we came up with our plan. We sketched this in the first day. And then this is us executing the plan. There we go. Okay, I think that's good for the base. Now we put the base to the side, and we're gonna work on the arm, the second arm on the character. But first, I need to create a... We need to create a holder for the character. Because the key to this working is that I have another place I can put the character while the base is in the oven, or, you know, so I'm gonna just use some of this brass rod here. And we're gonna create just a hole in a piece of wood, and then we'll just kind of insert this brass rod. And really, I should make a set of these type of bases for future parts and stuff too. So I think, yeah. Set that in there. Let me make a mark here. Oh, nice. Did the trick. I have such calloused fingertips that when I get super glue on them, I can actually just, most of the time I can peel it off just like you would Elmer's glue. Like in one big like layer. It's because the grooves of my finger prints are not very deep. You know, they're very smoothed out from excessive use. Okay. Now, let me grab, oh, here we go. Block of wood. Let's see, is that hole even big? I'm gonna drill a hole in the middle here. The hole needs to be just big enough to fit this in nice and snug. Looks like that's the winner right there. Okay. So we'll cut this with the Dremel. We'll drill a hole and then we'll be set. Perfect burglar fingerprint. A burglar. Like that. That word is way more comical than thief. I guess they're both pretty funny. It's a thief. Get him. Burglaring? Are you burglaring around? What are you doing, buddy? Okay, now this will be our temporary base for when the base is being used. You know, when it's in the oven. We actually have a place to set this down. Although I probably will put some super glue around this so it stays in there. Perfect. And we can just hang on to this and this will become kind of a new workshop tool. Because I do intend to keep using these brass rods to make life easier. Just gonna super glue it in. See, there's the super glue, and then you just hit it with that spray. Bam, instantly hardened. See that? Like a welder. A welder for hobbyists. Okay. Very good, Joe. Very good. There we go. What's this? Now. Let's move this to the side. Our explosion. Now let's take this arm off. This arm hasn't been disconnected yet, so let's make sure it actually comes off here. And then we can sculpt the other arm. Disconnect point right here. Yep. Such a satisfying little crack that happens when you get a good disconnect like that. Okay. Let's trim this little bit of flashing here. Change the pose. There you go. A little more expressive. Okay, set that down in here. Help your Howler express emotions with 4 unique arm positions. Bonus. Can I interest you in a project upgrade of multiple arm settings? Interchangeable arms. And karate chop action. Just pull the large gear on the head and decimate your opponents with your judo chop. Okay. Back to work. Okay, let's see. And pull up our reference material. So look at that. No guesswork needed. We just measure. Okay, this is where. Midge more. Midge. Just a midge. Volume's built up now, and you just gotta clean up these shapes. Dr. Vinny. Hello, Doctor. Thank you for the raid, my friend. How was your stream? Doing good. Today we're working on a sculpture of a creature from an upcoming game called Echoes of Elysium. This is the Howler. It's a clockwork wolf creature. And yeah. It's a game that's coming out that's going to be kind of like a mix between Valheim and Sea of Thieves. Where you build a base, but your base is actually an airship. You fight clockwork creatures and fly around to different floating islands and explore and fight together with friends.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Hey, Anno. Thank you for the Prime sub there, Anno. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting my work, and welcome to the cnotbusch Kingdom. Yeah, check it out. Do exclamation point echo. It's in the. This is the pre-launch of the game, and the makers of the game, Loric Games, has commissioned this piece. So definitely go to the Steam. The link directs you to the Steam page where you can add it to your wish list and get updates on how things are going. So especially with like the beta and everything coming up, definitely worth checking out. So. It looks very promising. But yeah, thank you, Hanno. Thank you very kindly, my friend. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Even thinking about it enough to come in and do that. Waste not, want not, right? Am I right? $283 out of 300 points. Very nice. Okay. We have until the end of the month to hit 300. Else we get demoted and lose pay. Or at least start the process towards that. If anyone wants to help us hit our goal of 300 partner plus points, the way you can do that is tier 1 subscription. Regular tier 1 is 1 point, tier 2 is 2 points, and tier 3 is 6 points. Prime subs and gifted subs do not count towards this goal. Only regular tier 1, 2s, and 3s. And you can see the tally down below in the info section of the stream. There's an active progress bar there. If we don't hit the goal, we start the road to losing our 70% split. Going back down in pay. So that's why we're trying to maintain it as best we can. So far we've been successful, but it's definitely been close each month. If you'd like to help out with that, that'd be much appreciated. Right, but it begins the countdown, right? And in order to stop the countdown, you have to hit 300 points for 3 months consecutively. So, will there be PvP airship battles? Possibly. I imagine so. I think they did say that there would be PvP, so... Sounds like constant stress. I'm not stressed about it. If I lose it, I lose it. But of course, I want to do what I can to keep it. So I kind of flow with the wind. I don't try to flow against it, if you know what I mean. If the wind says no 70% split for me, then I guess that's the way it has to be. It's not in my control. So the only thing I can do is say it. So, mm-hmm. Well, you have to take care of yourself before you can help others, my friend. So don't feel bad about that. I totally understand. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, you know. We don't have a whole lot left over to help other people out. We do what we can where we can, and that's all we can do. The best way I can help my fellow creators is by sending people their way with raids. I am no man of coin, that's for sure. The treasures I have are not of coin, not of this world. Yeah, there's everybody's life has high tides and low tides, you know. There's the season of harvest, the season of drought. My buried treasure is in the form of potatoes buried in the backyard. That's true buried treasure right there. Root vegetables. I've never been a Twitch guy, no. No. I had an opportunity to go, actually two opportunities, but it just wasn't matching up with what I had going on at the time. But I have not gone. I'm very very reluctant to be apart from my family. I don't like it, not one bit. We're so tight-knit over here that if I'm gone, if we're separated for like an hour, we miss each other. It's another abnormality on the list of abnormalities. Hey, Dark. Dog Dragons. Ivan. It's polymer clay. Cosclay is the name. I have a box. I do. This one. This one right here. My travels have been well. Oh ja? Deutsches Essen. Sehr gut. Science fiction. It's kind of like clockwork, a little bit steampunky stuff. But yeah, this is a commission piece by Loric Games for an up-and-coming game that they have launching. Well, it's not launching yet, but coming soon. Called Echoes of Elysium. You can type in !echo to go check it out. The Steam page. Add it to the wish list. So any sort of cup technically can be made, but I would sculpt with polymer clay onto an existing cup. But it would be more decorative than something you could use all the time, because you'd have to really wash it by hand and be very careful. So the interior would still be like a normal cup, and the exterior would be more of like a sculpture. So, yeah, it technically can be done, but like I said, it's the material I work in isn't the ideal material for something that's gonna be used in that way. But it can happen. It just wouldn't be a cup that you would, it'd be more for display and use occasionally. You just have to be on top of, like I said, carefully washing it by hand and not being too rugged with it. I should really make a custom cup that the exterior is sculpted with, just to see how well it holds up. Because I mean, the clay is a really durable material. It would just be a matter of like how well the paint job holds up and stuff like that. But we would, you know, try to go over the top with sealing it. I don't know. It would be a little experimental, that's for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, there's no denying that it can be done. I just have unanswered questions as far as the longevity of it, you know. Just because something can be done doesn't mean it should be done, you know what I mean? So. Okay, we need to take down the thickness of this here. Last thing I would want is somebody, you know, spending a bunch of money to get a custom thing made that doesn't last a long time, you know. I don't want that. So, I mean, if somebody was willing to be the test subject for that, you know, as long as they're fully aware of that, I just don't know. The sculpting itself will hold up. It's more of the paint job that I'm concerned about. Let me, let me get a fresh knife blade here.